Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about setting up your IDE in Golang. I wanted to do this tutorial for quite some time now, but since I just got the opportunity right now to just do it, especially for the beginners, this will help you set up your IDE. If you are new in this channel or new to Golang, I recommend to go to this. This is probably the first thing you need to do to set up your IDE. Okay, so break it down for 4 different topics. One is you need to basically select which IDE you want to use. You do have a couple of options. In general, you can use Golang from IntelliJ, but that one is not free. So normally we would go for the free version, which is the VS Code from Microsoft. So the first thing you need to do is obviously you need to download your Go SDK, and when you go to the Go website, you'll have something like this, and then you can go to this download section. For this case, I've decided to use the Go 1.18.7, not the latest one. The latest one is 1.19.2, but here we're just gonna use the 1.18.7. So depending on your OS, in this case I'm using Mac OS, but do note that there's 2 versions of Mac OS here. One is x86, which is your Intel processor, and then the ARM64. So if you're using the latest M1 Mac, I would suggest to basically just download this ARM64, not the x86 one. Yeah. So this comes with an installer, so when you download it, it will allow you to install Go in your directory. So let's try to yeah. So I've actually installed it in my machine, but you can download it from your end, and the next thing you need to do is go install the IDE from VS Code, which is this is the Visual Studio Code website where you need an IDE. IDE is integrated development environment where you could do your coding much easier. You could use a notepad, but that's not what you want. When you're working in a big project, you want some environment where you could easily do your coding. So in this case, we'll go for VS Code. So in the VS Code website, you can go here, and then you can just download the Mac Universal. Just download button here. Automatically it will download the Mac version for you. Once you've downloaded that successfully, then we can start installing the Go plugins in the VS Code. So when you open your VS Code, it looks like this. So this is actually your VS Code, the one that I'm showing you right now with the README file. This is your VS Code. So let's install the Go plugins here. So you have to go to this extension, Command Shift, then search for Go here. So it's only the top one because it's the most popular one. So just click install. So the next thing that we need to see if we have properly installed it for Go is you check your version with typing in the terminal. So in this case, yeah, I've installed Go version 1.18.7. This is ARM64. Okay. And let's start creating our sample project. So in this case, I'm already in this directory called Hello World, which is inside the Go path. So the Go path is where you normally store your project. So in this case, the default is this. Then you go in this path. Okay. So yeah, you can create the folder inside the source directory of your Go path, and then create a folder called Hello World. So let's create the first file here called main.go. So in Go you need to have some main file. directory, sorry, it's directory. Should be a file. Main.go. And then they just call it main. Then function main. So normally you have a main file. And then let's call this, let's print some hello world text. Automatically when you save it, it will automatically imports it for you. This is the advantage of using an IDE. If you don't have an IDE, that's the problem. You have to manually put all the imports and all the stuff. So if you successfully installed everything correctly, you should be able to run this using the debugger here in this run and debug tool. You can simply click it. Okay, so it says that it's missing Go mod file, so we're not yet set up our project. So you need to initialize our project using Go mod init. So this allows us to package using Go modules, and then you can run it now. There you go. You have the hello world showing here. So this is basically the most basic one to start off using Golang. If you like this video, you please hit like and subscribe, and if you have any comments, feel free to put that in the comment section. And thank you for watching. See you again in the next episode.